The Charlie Hotel was constructed in 2011. It is the most famous hotel for foreigners here in Medellin, I think by far. It's the one and only, it's sometimes, you know, the one and only hotel that foreigners hear about when they come here. I have a flight out tomorrow to Bogota, so I'm staying one night here, even though the Belmonte penthouse is rarely, one of those rare days, it's not even reserved tonight, so I could have stayed there. But anyways, I'm here. All right, this guy's from Venezuela, and he wants to sing. He's a rapper. So we're going to give him the mic for a second.
Put your hands up, real people, fuck the police, real cancel, ey, loco, humilde, real, esto yo lo voy a lograr, los míos me quieren ver bien, pero algunos me quieren ver mal, esto yo lo voy a superar, Dios mío, yo sé que tú me vas a ayudar.
Listo, Venezuela in la casa.
Damián Flow Latino en Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, donde tú quieras.
Gracias, amigo. All right, I forgot what I was saying. The rooftop. The nice thing though about this hotel is that they have a gym, they have a restaurant, and they have a bar in the same hotel. So that's the nice thing about this place. Even though Wake, for example. Charlie, sí. Es el video por este. All right, so I'm here in the restaurant. I'm gonna wait. There is no early check-in. It sounded like there's never early check-in. They do guard your stuff. And sure enough, I don't know if the folks here, the management here, look for employees like this, but I got attitude from this employee. I'll tell you why. I had to pay extra tax. $50 in extra tax. $50. I spend $50 on an Airbnb, typically a nice one. So I'm like, she asked her for my ID, which is normal, and I give it to her, and almost giddy, she's like, "Oh, you gotta pay tax." And I was like, "Oh shit, fuck," because residents have to pay tax. And I was like, "But am I a resident? I'm not a tax resident. I have an ID, but I don't live here for more than 180 days." So I was asking these questions to make sure that I have to pay it, and also if I have to pay it, like, do I really have to pay it? And she was giving me attitude. Like, it wasn't anything horrendous, but like, she was definitely giving me attitude. She's like, "Nope, yep, I'm sure, yep, you gotta pay, yep, nope." And I was like, "Lady, I'm just trying to get some clarity here because I would rather not pay $50. She got nicer towards the end of the conversation when she realized like I wasn't being a hassle. I was just trying to ask questions, you know. I don't know if she had a bad day, or understandably if she's had this conversation with other people, they're not so happy about paying extra tax either. So anyways, here's the food. I had a duck and some chickpea and something hummus. It's fine. And then at the end of the check-in also, they had me sign a blank sheet where they could later on fill in. That was super sketchy, super fucking sketchy. So you're seeing the sheet now. It basically has a blank slot. So when I check out, they can fill that in. $500. I've already signed it. And I was like, "Wait, you want me to sign this without?" She's like, "Yeah, everyone does it." I was like, "I don't want to do it." And she's like, "You have to." So I signed it. But I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit. I don't like this hotel. I don't like this hotel. It's overpriced. The service is poor. I'm paying a lot of fucking money here. Be respectful. Show me the utmost respect. For real. Show me the utmost respect. Anyways, it's almost 3. I am going to go check into my room. I will say though, however, I did put I want a high floor when I reserved it online, and she knew that, and she said I'm on floor 12, and she's like, "You wanted a high floor, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, wow, great," because sometimes I've added that in and they don't pay attention to it. So there's 18 floors here. The 18th is the rooftop bar. Another one of the floors is the gym. 2 floors are penthouses. 10 floors are regular rooms. They all face the front of the building. which we'll see. It's a Monday night, so I don't know if we'll see how the noise is for Parque Giras, especially on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, because they're all facing that way. But at least they all have balconies. They all have balconies. They all have a view, so that's cool. I want to finish up here, and we're gonna check in as it is almost 3 p.m. Okay, what the fuck is wrong with this hotel? All right, so the first receptionist, I got a pass, but I go up now. It's 3:10, right? Remember, check-in is at 3 p.m. I go up and I look at her. I smile. And she looks at me like she's like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Yep, I have a room to check into." And she's like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it." She's like, "It's not ready yet." And I was like, "Oh, okay. What time will it be ready?" She's like, 10 minutes. Like literal attitude. I was like, "What? But check-in is at 3 p.m., so it's 3:10." And she's like, "After 3 p.m." Ugh. 12:02. So yeah, what is wrong with these employees here? Like, it's strange. There we go. All right, so now I'm in. And then like 2 seconds later, the dude, the bellboy, was like, "Oh, your room's ready." Literally 2 seconds later, I sat down for less than 1 minute. And I was like, "Well, why the attitude? I don't get it." Anyways, the visitor policy is rough. Ooh, wow. 2 physical IDs and 300,000 Colombian pesos. Now, one of the many benefits of the Belmonte Penthouse, which is my Airbnb here in Medellin, it's about a 5-minute walk from the Charlie Hotel, is that we don't charge for visitors. I say that one visitor is included in the cost. Now, of course, we do check IDs, and we have a person, a guard there 24/7 on site, but there is no extra cost. And if you bring more than one, if you have a masseuse or something, I'm guessing they would charge that here, but that would be no charge. I'm rather flexible with it. I had one guest who brought 27 visitors in one night. Okay, he did pay the extra charge that I asked for, but that is the policy. If you want to learn more about the Belmonte Penthouse, I'm going to put a link here in the video if I can, and also below in the description you can learn more about it. So that's $75 as it stands now. So, oh, and she has to be 21 years of age or older, which is strange because the consent here, I believe in Colombia, the consent is... What we got here? Oh, I was hoping it was you. Anyways, this is hospitality. So,
Okay, I'm Jessica. This is our
bartender. Okay.
Yes.
The restaurant, they do connect it with the hotel, which is nice. So you just can pay once at the very end. So let's have a look. We have a bar here. That's there's a lot of stuff going on here. Grey Goose, a lot of variety. We have coffee. Assuming the coffee is free. Now, up here we got snacks. Okay, this is all convenience. Great. We have a condom. We got a bottle opener. Some wine glasses, which is nice. You know what I wanted? I wanted a blender, but I realized in Wake they had a blender, but they don't have a blender here because this is more of a hotel. We've got a small iron, which is useless and really frustrating. I don't know why any hotels or Airbnbs or anyone ever has a small ironing board. Just makes an already treacherous job more unenjoyable. They did say there is 24 hours a day service here, room service. We've got 2 beds. Looks like we have 2 complimentary waters and 2 cups of coffee cups. The beds, let's see. Oh, it's soft. It is soft. Plus some points for Charlie for the soft bed. Are they both soft? Wow, I'm actually really surprised. Beds are not soft in this country. Let's have a look at the pillows. I would like one hard and one soft pillow, depending on if I'm sleeping on my back or my side. Here is the balcony-ish type thing. The window's open. I don't know if it technically counts as the balcony, but it's good enough. It's cool. I'll show you the view in a second here. I can, oh, you know what? I'm sure the sound isn't an issue now because we have these windows here and then we have those windows there. That was consciously thought of by these folks. There's no TV. Oh, there is a TV. Yeah, there's a TV. And let's have a look at the bathroom. Just one more thing I forgot because the rapper guy kind of distracted me. Is there was another experience I had here where a friend stayed here, and I wanted to go up and see the room, and so I go to the gym at this place, and I get, you know, we go and we check in, and they're like, you can't go up. And I was like, oh, I want, you know, I get the policy, but I was like, I just want to check out his room, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they're like, you can't go up. I was like, okay, but you recognize me from here. I go to this gym. Like, you literally recognize me from here. You can't go up. Huh, okay. So yeah, this hotel is expensive. 1.1 million. That's a lot of fucking money. I wouldn't come back here. I didn't really want to even book this place, but I did for you. The only reason why, in my opinion, you would stay here, I mean, if you really valued having a gym, a bar, and a restaurant in your hotel, if you really valued that, then this would be the place to go for sure. If you didn't care about that, I can't, no, I can't recommend this place, especially with the shitty fucking staff. My God. And I'm just speaking, by the way, of the, specifically the two receptionists I dealt with today who gave me attitude straight away. And then the other times, when I was with my friend, my male friend, they wouldn't let me in. They also gave me attitude there. It was like, anyways, it is a nice day out. Let's have one more look at this view. Well, for the longest time, they hadn't used this for COVID safety, but I guess they filled it up. That's great. I'm happy to see that. This is the floor below the gym. You've got a jacuzzi and a sauna. You enter through the men's restroom right there. That's the women, so this is communal here. All right, so that was the rooftop. It's fully covered. I think it might come back. but it's relaxed. I've never seen anyone in the pool, in the actual pool. The service staff, one dude was cool, was nice and friendly, made a joke in Spanish. I couldn't understand it. The rest of the staff fully ignored me. Like I wasn't even there. But the view is nice, so they must have replaced that shitty plexiglass that they had. Night. So that's your top 18th floor. All right, we're going to the lobby because my visitor, they're asking for 2 documents, and the bellboy, I said, oh, I have a visitor that's for 2 documents. I think I did it online. He's like, no problem. Notated the name. He's like, she only just needs 1 ID, it has to be physical. I said, no, she's here. And they're like, oh, they're asking for 2 documents. Oh my God, this is gonna be annoying. There we go. All right, it's checkout day. I'm just about to leave. I'm actually going to leave a little bit late. I like to check out late and see how they deal with that. So check the description if anything were to happen there. But since yesterday, I want to apologize. Well, not really, but the staff that I've interacted with, apart from the 2 receptionist ladies that I had interactions with, my first 2 interactions, they've all been very wonderful. The bellboy at the front, there was a girl and a guy who came up and knocked on the door for a welcome drink, complimentary welcome drink last night. They were very friendly. I saw them in the breakfast this morning, complimentary breakfast this morning. Everyone there was friendly. I went to the gym today, which is included. I'm somewhat of a member here, so I come relatively frequently, and so I kind of know them. And of course, they're friendly as well. And in fact, that gym, for being in a hotel, I have to give it to Charlie. Everywhere I've been in the world, this is the best hotel gym by far. Now, it's not complete, it's not giant, but it is very, very complete, very complete. So that's nice. It's busy in the morning until about like 10, 11. And then after that, it's like totally empty. So you can choose which time you want to go at. The breakfast was good. On the sliding scale of breakfasts, this was also complimentary. I thought it was tasty. It goes until I think 10 a.m. Now the noise, they're right in front of Parque Giras. You probably know what Parque Giras is. It's probably the first destination you learned about in Medellin. And you can see it down low. I'm on the 12th floor, and they have been conscious about this, the staff, the building management. So all of the rooms, they have this little area in the front here, which is the patio area. Some of them have hot tubs, mine does not. And then there's windows, of course, here. And then there's more sliding windows here. So you have 2 sets of windows, and that's needed because last night was Monday. There was music. There was a lot of music, loud music. I'm sure it's louder on Fridays and Saturdays and Thursdays. So this was needed for sure. And it still didn't block out all the noise. There was still some noise coming through, which that's just going to be a downside. That's to be expected if you wanted to be right next to Giras. Well, you're going to have to deal with the noise. And if you're coming to party until 4 and 5 a.m. anyways, then you get home and you probably wouldn't even notice the noise for various reasons. But that wasn't me, and I did notice the noise. The beds were super comfy. They're the second most comfy in this city. I still give the most comfy beds to the Belmonte Penthouse, right? I'll put a link in the description if you happen to be curious. If you're coming with a bigger group, that might be a better option for you. But I got my beds, my mattresses, I got them from El Cielo, which I also did a review on last year. I'll put a link. Every link here will also be in the description. Apart from that, the desk chair, nitpicking here, the desk chair was not comfortable. The shower there's about a 35-second delay on the hot water. So you bring it to the hot water side and then you wait, and then it gets hot, and then it's too hot, so you bring it down a little bit, and then it stays there. You're not really sure if it changed. You bring it down a little bit more. Same thing. You bring it down a little bit more. By the time the water changes, now it's too cold, so then you have to go back up. I do like though the slippers. I provide these as well. I think I just feel fancy when I'm wearing slippers. So good job, Charlie. They've got it branded, and they're not cheap, by the way. They're not cheap. I found that out, and they're kind of hard to get. I got to ask them where they get there so I can get them as well. Now, the guest policy is going to be the biggest holdup for everyone. I think I already went over it. So the guest doesn't matter if it's, like I said, I came over with my male friend, and it doesn't matter. It's like a guest policy, super strict. So the guest has to be older than 21 years old. The guest has to bring 2 physical IDs. The guest, you have to pay 300,000 pesos for the guest to enter. Now, that doesn't even matter if you booked for one person, like I did. It's occupancy 2. Actually, I think occupancy 4, because there's 2 beds here, but at least there's 2. It doesn't matter. If you didn't register the guest before, then they would still need to bring 2 IDs and pay 300,000. Okay, so you have to have the first and last name of the guest that's going to come in as your check, no later than you checking in. The rooftop is fine. It was quite sleepy when I went up there. There was a cool feature here though I like. Some hotels, when you take out the key, so they have a key card here where you put it in and it activates some of the electricity, the lights, I think. But some hotels make it activate all the electricity. So like, you can't charge your computer when you leave. All the electricity gets shut off. Charlie didn't do that. I think it's just activated for the lights because I was charging up my scooter here and it stayed charged while I left, even though I removed that card. And I forgot to mention this with the shower. I like the shower where they decided to put the towel hanger. But details matter, and I appreciated that right there in the shower. Okay, so what's my overall opinion of the Charlie? It's fine, minus the atrocious customer service from the receptionists. It's a fine hotel, except a personal preference. It's kind of the go-to hotel, similarly to Energy. I'll put a link up there. I did a review of that not too long ago. And so I like to get out a little bit and explore different things. There's also better deals to be had. So I paid 1,400,000 Colombian pesos to come here. That is about, I don't know, $250, $300. Now there's other hotels in here, many of which I've reviewed, that are half the price and still very good, if not better. The only thing that Charlie has on people, I wouldn't even say the location is fantastic, because it's like Parquelleras nowadays is kind of trashy. Unfortunately, it has a lot of potential, but it's kind of trashy. Unfortunately, it's very loud. It's not. You don't need to be here. You can be around here and be fine. The Provenza area specifically is very nice because it's quieter, but you can walk here if you wanted to within 5 minutes. But the thing that Charlie has is they have on site a bar, they have on site a gym, a good gym, and they have on site a restaurant. So that is their competitive advantage. If that's something you wanted to do, as I mentioned, this would be your option. You're going to pay for it. I wouldn't go below the 5th floor, no minimum than 5th floor, but probably like 8th floor and higher to get a good view. So that wraps up my review here of the Charlie. This was requested from a prior video. I didn't really want to come here because I know it's very expensive and I wasn't a huge fan in the first place. But I did because you asked. If there's another place you want me to go visit, let me know. And if there's something specific you want me to cover. Oh, by the way, the Wi-Fi here is 300 megabytes per second. Very fast. I haven't seen anything faster than that. So that's at the top for Medellin. And what's on my plate? I'm gonna go to I'm forgetting which ones I have planned coming up. But let me know in the comments It helps the algorithm if you like this, if you share this, if you watch to the end of this video, if you comment, even if you downlike it probably helps. I don't know. I'll take anything at this point. Until next time, we'll see you later.